Welcome back. Hey there, so I, 36 female, need to get some stuff off my chest. And I guess sharing here might help me clear my head a bit. First off, I gotta say this situation is like a total mess, and it's honestly been eating me up inside. Me and my husband, 39, have been together for 17 plus years, since my sophomore year of college. Our relationship hasn't been all that good lately. We've been dealing with some issues, especially in the bedroom department. I know it happens to the most of us, especially after so long together, and we did trying out different toys plus positions to spice things up. All to no avail. So I thought maybe making things a bit more exciting could help, you know? There's this guy, let's call him John, at my work. He doesn't work on our company permanently, but more like comes over from time to time for various tech stuff when the company calls his company. He's a former colleague of my husband from over a decade ago when he used to work in tech. He saw me one day at work and recognized me. We started talking, exchanged numbers, and soon we were chatting and emailing endlessly. Things progressed fast and turned physical within about 5 weeks. Our chemistry was undeniable, and our hours together were wholesome. He opened new doors to me about my sexuality. It was around this time that the bedroom situation with husband started getting better. Our libidos returned, and we were at an all-time high. So, a few weeks ago, I noticed my husband catching glimpses of texts between me and John. I was pretty spooked, so I changed the passcode to my phone, then turned off the notifications too. We were very careful after this, and we even switched to a new secure app so there would be no chance my husband would accidentally see the stuff we were sending each other. Fast forward to a few weeks back, me and husband end up at John's place for their child's birthday. Met his wife, hung out, and everything seemed cool. I even got roped into helping out with the kitchen stuff with his wife, which, let me tell you, was hella awkward. Little did I know my husband's suspicions were growing. Then, last night happened. I came home admittedly after seeing John for a bit. Nothing happened, just a social call because we missed each other. And bam, husband confronts me with this whole texting and calling history with John. He had gone through our phone billing. I did freak out a bit, but I did manage to get out of the situation for the most part. At least I think I did. So yeah, there's been texting, there have been calls, but honestly, it's nothing, and certainly nothing physical. I swore on everything that's holy that I never touched the guy. I'm sorry I got carried away, but it's not like we were flirting or anything, just a bit of harmless texting, yada yada yada. My husband wasn't convinced, and so he forced a call with John, who was disoriented and ended up spilling more beans than I thought he would. But he never admitted to anything physical either, and admitted it was a bit of flirting but nothing more. It's like a train wreck that just kept going. Now, my husband wants to tell John's wife, and I'm like, seriously? I don't want her involved in this mess. I just want to sort things out between us and move on. But honestly, I don't know where to go from here. Like, I know that I messed up and I'm sorry, but it's not like I wanted any of this to happen. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now, trying to figure things out, deal with the guilt, and hoping that somehow we can get through this. It's a crazy ride, and I just hope we can find a way to make it right. If anyone's been through something similar or has any advice, I'm all ears. Thanks for letting me vent. Update. Hey there, I need to unload some thoughts and feelings that have been haunting me for the past few days. It's been quite a ride, and sharing here feels like a step towards clarity. Last week, I made a post regarding how my husband was beginning to get suspicious of me and the man I'm in an affair with, John. I thought I had alleviated the problem and thought it was behind me, but my husband hadn't let go. And he decided to check out more of those past emails between me and John. P.S. Deleting emails isn't as permanent as I thought. And it's as bad as it sounds. They started off as innocent texts, then turned into something more. I even used our special signature to sign off one of those lovey-dovey emails. In hindsight, I should have exercised more caution. Fast forward to when I ended up spilling some details after because husband just wouldn't let go. It's true, there were some encounters during work trips. And no, we never actually, went all the way. Okay, we did. It was just once. Maybe a few more times too. No, we didn't use protection, but he's clean. We said we would end it, but the communication dragged on, etc. I reassured him that John means nothing now. He was just a way to fill a void. I messed up, I know. I suggested getting counseling and we can work on rebuilding. But husband only got more infuriated when I suggested that. He stormed off and headed to John's place and got into a verbal match with him. The confrontation got pretty heated from what I heard later. It seems John's wife came out to see the commotion and my husband made sure to spill everything. I never imagined it would escalate that far. Next thing I know, she shows up at our place furious and hurt. The confrontation between us wasn't pretty either. Accusations were thrown, emotions were running high. It's as if the whole world was crashing down around me. Then out of nowhere, John ended up joining the scene as well. Things got even uglier. His wife was shouting, he was trying to reason with her, and I was just stuck there in the middle of it all feeling like the biggest fool. Eventually, John dragged his wife out of our place, but the damage was done. And now my family's on my case too because husband couldn't keep his trap shut. I never thought it would go this far, and honestly, I don't know how to deal with it all. I'm feeling like I've lost control of the situation entirely. I know I messed up, I know I hurt my husband and everyone else involved. And now the consequences are spiraling out of control. I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that my actions have caused this mess, and I'm not sure where we go from here. All I can do now is try to pick up the pieces, face the fallout, and hope that somehow we can find a way to heal from this chaos. If anyone's got advice or insights on how to navigate through something like this, I'm all ears. Thanks for listening. Final update. My husband has filed for divorce. It wasn't an outcome I anticipated, and it hit me pretty hard. Despite the mess I got myself into, I was really hoping we could find a way to heal and rebuild. I genuinely believed in the power of open communication and working through our issues. After he confronted me and the situation unraveled, I tried my best to engage in honest conversations with him. I wanted to understand that I deeply regret my mistakes and that I was committed to making amends. But, well, sometimes things don't go as we hope. He was pretty stubborn in his decision to end our marriage. I know where he was coming from, but I still wanted him to give me a chance. We've shared so much in life, so it broke me that he was so persistent on ending things. What stung even more was how things played out. He, along with his family, made it quite known that I should move out given it's his ancestral family home. So I don't have a legal claim to it, but it was painful and a somewhat forcible situation. It's been a lot of chaos of packing, moving, and facing the reality of starting over in a new place. Despite all of this, I want to remain sincere about my feelings and intentions. I truly deeply wanted to salvage our relationship. I wanted to prove that people can learn from their mistakes and emerge stronger from their challenges. It's painful to see my marriage come to an end, but I also believe that sometimes it's necessary to acknowledge the reality of the situation and let go. One thing I'm resolved to do is fight for alimony. I know it might sound a bit strange given the circumstances, but I've been deeply hurt by the way things have unfolded. I never imagined our journey would reach this point, and it's a hurtful reality to face. It would get all the more hurtful to face it on my income alone without my husband's to supplement it. In a way, I believe that seeking alimony is a way to acknowledge the sacrifices I've made on his behalf for 17 years, and the emotional toll this has taken on me. My affair does not erase any of my sacrifices. I'm not looking to create more conflict or drama. Rather, I want to stand up for my own well-being and seek a fair resolution. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection throughout this process, and I've come to realize that I deserve to be treated with respect and consideration just as much as anyone else. As I move forward, I'm taking each day as it comes. I'm learning to embrace the uncertainty and the challenges, and I'm trying to find strength in the midst of it all. Divorce isn't what I wanted, but I'm determined to make the best of the situation and find my own path to healing and growth. Once again, thank you for being here, for listening, and for offering your insights. It means a lot to me, and I'm sending positive vibes to everyone who's going through their own difficult times. Let's continue to support each other as we navigate the complexities of life. Edit. Yes, I know it's my own doing. Nowhere did I say it's not, but there's a way these things are done. And when he signed that paper on our wedding day, he agreed to the way these things are done. That's all I'm trying to say. Edit. His ancestral home is in his father's name and will be passed to eldest son, aka my husband, upon his father's death. So is most of his family wealth. Edit. Sadly, his father's in excellent health, so yeah, no. Comments. It's commendable how you're taking ownership of your actions and still seeking a fair resolution despite the messiness of it all. Divorce is never easy, especially when it involves so many intertwined relationships. Stay focused on your well-being and personal growth during this trying time. We're all here rooting for you. I just wanted to chime in and offer my support. Life can throw us into the deep end, and it sounds like you've been navigating some seriously choppy waters. Remember, seeking alimony isn't about revenge. It's about ensuring you have the resources to rebuild your life. Don't let anyone diminish your worth or the sacrifices you've made. Keep your head held high as you forge ahead. And keep leaning on the community whenever you need to vent or seek advice. You've got this. Why do people have a problem with OP seeking alimony? A relationship of 17 years isn't something to dismiss lightly, especially when considering the emotional investments and sacrifices you've made along the way. Marriage is a partnership, and both parties contribute to each other's lives in various ways. Seeking a fair resolution, including alimony, is not just about the immediate situation, but also recognizing the shared history and commitments that have shaped your lives together. Keep advocating for your well-being and remember that your feelings are valid. Wishing you strength and clarity as you navigate through this challenging time.